Hello, Mark and Teresa from Out of Office Camping. If you're new to the channel, we specialize in adventure travel and camping off-grid. So if you like that kind of content, check out some of our other videos. But we're going to get into the Tacticool fire pit. This is a kit, and what I'm going to show you in this video is basically how I put it together. Now, as you know, on this channel, if you've seen other things that we do, we build stuff. We built lots of stuff. Now this was a kit. It was something fun, something I didn't have to think about. Stay to the end because I'm going to take some time to go over some of the things about this kit and about this fire pit that I like, and some things that they're okay. So let's get into it, and let me get this together and we'll get started. The D.I.Y Tacticool Fire Pit kit comes with the igniter, the hardware, the 8-inch pipe, and then also a 20 psi 4-foot long regulator, and then your instruction manual. Next, you need to purchase a ammo can. I went with the 50 caliber, which I picked up at Harbor Freight. I start out the process with just the stripping the paint off the ammo can, and that's pretty easy. Just kind of brush it on and just let it sit for a while, and then use a scraper to scrape it all off. Next, I have the can all stripped, and I wanted to show you some of the optional accessories. They have the little stand that you can put your ammo can on, which you can pick up separately, and I'll include a link. And then also they have a little screen that can sit on top. Now, if you were to cook on it, you definitely want to put aluminum foil on top of this, because otherwise you will end up with a lot of soot on whatever it is you're cooking on top of that. And those are just options. So the can itself is all stripped, got all the paint off of it. And I just did the can itself. I didn't bother with the lid because that's really not necessary. And you can see everything really worked out well. I wasn't really sure what kind of stripper I wanted to use. I just happened to have something sitting around in it, and I was very pleased with the results. After that, I go ahead and use a center punch. You can see right there on the number 2. And then a step drill bit in order to make the hole to the appropriate size for the 8-inch pipe. Go ahead and get that all fitted in there, and that's pretty much it. You're all done. Just attach all the hardware and lock it all down. Ready to burn, and there you have it. So this is the first one that I did use a high temp paint. I tried an exhaust paint, which that really didn't hold up. So just get yourself some really basic paint, from a barbecue paint from anywhere, and you'll be set there just like a flat black. So next up, if you look at this, I was getting a lot of soot. So I decided, you know, I've seen a couple other propane fire pits, the ammo can fire pits that had holes in the bottom. So nothing fancy, but I just went and took the center punch, marked it all out, kind of staggered the holes just to give a little bit more visual appearance. So that's what I'm doing here, just getting everything marked so then I can do the drilling next. So while that really didn't change any of the soot, I was hoping to get a little bit more oxygen mixed in with the propane so it would have a cleaner burn. It definitely gave it a lot more appearance. You can see all the extra light that comes out of the bottom. So I really actually enjoy this look. Now, I didn't get fancy. I just did rough drill holes, so you can kind of still see some of the metal. If you put your hand in there, you probably would get cut. But it really came out nicely. So just to go over a few things about the Tacticool Fire Pit kit. First off, we did a short some time back when we first got this together, and someone said, oh, you know, it's cheaper to go out and just buy everything off the shelf. Now, they didn't quite say it like that, but the reality is I've actually reverse engineered this, took all the parts that came with this kit and purchased them, and it actually cost more. So by buying this kit from them direct, you're going to save money. But let's go over a few things about the kit. Now, I have the normal kit, which you saw in the very beginning, and then I got some extras. The extras, the add-ons would be this is almost like a fire grill grate. You can buy this. I'll put a link for this below. And then also the screen, and this is intended for, you know, cooking on top. So to talk about that, I wouldn't really waste your money on the extras. I really do like the stand, so you know, maybe do a price comparison, see if it's worth buying that separate through the link below, or if it's cheaper just to buy the two. But you really never use the grate. The problem is you may be able to see it, but there's a lot of soot that comes off. And that's also another reason why I did the drill holes in the bottom. I was hoping to get a little bit more oxygen in, that's what I was thinking, to get a little bit less unburnt propane. Also with the kit, it comes with the smaller hose. Now this is really nice, but some of the things that I found with this was, let's talk about the pluses. The pluses are it's small, it's easy to carry and take with you if your space is limited, and that's what's really nice. If you're with a group of people, I actually chose to go with a longer line. Now you don't need the gauge, but a longer line so you can get the tank further away, and that's nice when you have people kind of sitting around. So it is a little bit more to carry, but I do prefer that. This is just kind of a nightmare being so short and trying to get it to unwind and keep a shape. It's like it just wants to kind of keep going back to its normal shape. So I'm not a big fan of this. Now, when I got my kit, it came with the electronic lighter. This is really kind of cool, but I wish it was actually a little bit longer. I find that sometimes this can really light up. And the other thing is sometimes you forget the charges. So if this is always charged, if they have, I'm not sure what they're coming with now, but if it was a little bit longer, that'd be great. But just something that it works, it's nice, it comes with the kit, it's great. The other thing is this is a propane tank gauge. Now with your traditional grill tank, this is nice because basically you can just take it and you can lift it up and it tells you what the weight is and how full it is. So it's something really simple. There's other types of tank gauges that you can get to stick on, but this is nice because it's not necessarily temperature related. So this is great. We always carry this just so we get a sense of like how much is in the tank. But some of the things that I really like about the fire pit, it's the propane fire pit. We had a larger one when we first started, but size is everything. Now, some people will put the fire coals or whatever inside. The thing is, you know, it's one more thing. It's just kind of making noise. It will hold the heat, but also you have to, if your vehicle traveling from spot to spot, now you have to wait for those coals to like cool down. So no coals. The holes, once again, that really didn't do a whole lot, but you could see in some of the previous video, it really does give a little bit more ambience to the light, to the flame. The other thing is this line here has, it's a 30 PSI, which is, I couldn't find a 20, so it can go a little crazy. I found that the other one that came with it, for some reason, when I turned it so far, it would just kind of like shut off. Now I'm not sure if it was faulty or that's just the way it is because it's just 20 PSI, but it didn't, the one that came with me, it just didn't work. So the other thing I really like about propane fire pits is in our area, in our state forest where we camp off grid, we have fire bans the first part of the year. And because of that, it makes it nice to just be able to carry the propane fire pit. Also, if we're just doing trips where we're, once again, traveling from spot to spot, we don't want to worry about wood. We can just kind of take this as like a backup fire. We get to a spot, we can just kind of throw this out, get it going, and that's nice. Also, the other thing that's really nice is, say you have a fire going in a fire pit where everybody's kind of gathering around. This is great. Say if you're cooking or prepping food at your vehicle, or you're over at your vehicle kind of getting things like ready and it's cold, you can start this up and be right there just kind of like warming yourself up. So it is nice having a smaller fire pit. I will say, because of this kit, it kind of inspired me to actually want to go and find other ones, because there's so many things out there that people have done that you can find on YouTube that are very inspiring. So I'm really excited to try some other ones and see how they work. But for me, it served a purpose. It was affordable and it was a fun project. And that's why I chose to go with it. So I highly recommend it if you're looking for something just to, you know, maybe you don't need a propane fire pit all the time. You don't want to make a huge investment, because some of these fire pits, the propane fire pits, they can run anywhere from $200 to $300. I mean, of course, you got to buy the ammo can. This can I got from Harbor Freight when it was on sale. So it was a pretty good deal. It's a little thinner, but it totally works. I haven't had any problem. I've been running this for almost a year now, and I'm very pleased with the whole setup. So I hope you found this information helpful. I hope it inspires you to kind of get out there and have some fun and enjoy the outdoors. If you like this content, please subscribe to our channel. If you have a fire pit that you like, comment below and let us know what you're using. Well, we hope to see you out there, and happy camping.